Welcome back, Cowboys Nation, to a very special edition of the Cowboys Report. I'm your host, Tom Downey. And buckle up, because what I'm about to walk you through today might just flip your entire perspective on two names you thought you already had figured out: Donovan Wilson and Luke Schoonmaker. But before we jump headfirst into the firestorm that is Dallas Cowboys roster politics, I've got a mission for you. Yeah, you. As of right now, we're just 639 subscribers away from hitting 218,000 right here on the Cowboys Report. And I know that number's gonna move the minute I say it, but I don't care. Let's blow past it together, right now. Hit that subscribe button because what you get in return is daily Cowboys content. Real content, multiple times a day. No fluff, no filters, just raw Cowboys insight. Now let's get into the chaos, starting with a bombshell from Nick Harris of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, who's been quietly dropping seismic tremors with his Cowboys depth chart series. And this time, his target is none other than Donovan Wilson. Yes, the hard-hitting safety, the emotional engine of the Cowboys secondary, the guy who's been laying the wood in Big D for 6 seasons straight. But get this, Harris just listed Wilson as a bubble player. Yeah, not a lock, not a maybe. He's skating on thin ice. Let that sink in. He wrote, and I quote, "Despite being one of the longest tenured players on the team and a mainstay in the defensive backfield over the last 6 seasons, Donovan Wilson is being chased by younger talent hungry to take his spot in 2025. And look, this isn't just gossip. This is credible. This isn't your average offseason buzz or some vague training camp rumor. No, this is tangible, data-backed, source-fed speculation. Now, here's where it gets real dicey. Wilson's entering a contract year, and if the Cowboys decided to pull the plug and move on, they'd instantly free up $7 million in cap space. Yes, you heard that right. $7 million. And considering this front office has been notoriously careful, stingy, some might say, when it comes to dishing out contracts to safeties, that's a massive number to have floating in the background. And while Wilson missed most of OTAs and minicamp recovering from off-season knee surgery, he reportedly came into training camp on fire, like laser-focused, all-systems-go mode to hold off the Wolves coming for his job. But let me slow this down and ask you, the real Cowboys fan, the kind of fan who watches until the last snap of preseason, do you really believe the Cowboys would actually cut a player like Donovan Wilson? Because let me tell you, if they wanted to, they could have done it already. Remember, the savings from a post-June 1st cut would have applied at any time. They didn't need to wait. They already used up their 2 post-June 1st designations. So, if this was just about cap space, Wilson would have been gone months ago. That tells me there's more nuance here. The front office isn't just watching the money, they're watching the momentum of this roster. And now the question becomes, what if the other guys on the depth chart just outplay him? What if Wilson, once considered a linchpin in this secondary, becomes replaceable? You know the kind of player I mean. When Wilson is on, the whole defense feels juiced, flying to the football, forcing turnovers, wrecking plays. He's an X factor. But when he's off, he's vulnerable. He's getting cooked by tight ends. He becomes a liability. He's either the hammer or the hole. That volatility might be what's got the Cowboys nervous. So, let's look at what Nick Harris outlined. The 3 guys he listed as safe at safety are Malik Hooker, Wanya Thomas, and Marquise Bell. Hooker's got his history with Matt Eberflus, which gives him some security. Thomas is a key special teamer with unique value. He's not going anywhere. Bell got a multi-year extension, and he's proven his versatility. These 3 are solidified, and if there's a 4th safety spot up for grabs, Harris points to Elijah Clark. Yes, the undrafted rookie free agents. The Cowboys handed a respectable signing bonus to. They clearly like the kid. If Clark shows up in camp and turns heads, if he flashes like some UDFAs have in years past, suddenly, Wilson's roster spot goes from probably safe to definitely not. Because if Thomas and Bell are playing great, if Clark's making plays, And if Wilson slips even slightly, the Cowboys could feel confident rolling with a younger, cheaper, healthier safety room. And here's the part that blows people's minds. If Wilson isn't a starter, $7 million is a lot to pay a backup safety. This is the same front office that balks at paying starting safeties. You think they're gonna hand that kind of money to a third stringer? So, now I turn the mic to you. What's your call? Hit the comments right now. Type K if you think the Cowboys will keep Donovan Wilson. Type C if you think they'll cut him. Go ahead, I'll wait. Now let's move to the guy who was supposed to be the next big thing at tight end. And Nick Harris, continuing his depth chart series, has him listed as safe. But folks, don't get it twisted. Safe doesn't mean secure. It means he's likely to make the roster, but not guaranteed to keep his role. Not even close. Because there is a legitimate, full-blown training camp battle brewing for the TE2 spot behind Jake Ferguson. And Brevin Spanford, an undrafted rookie from Minnesota, is coming for that job like a man on a mission. Harris straight up said Spanford has made a major offseason push and is now in prime position to leapfrog Schoonmaker. Think about that for a second. An undrafted guy is outshining your second-round pick. And this isn't just some training camp fluff piece. The coaching staff has been gushing about Spanford. Brian Schottenheimer already said, he's had the breakout, he's had the jump. And all we're waiting for now is to see it explode in Oxnard. Meanwhile, the silence around Schoonmaker has been deafening. Where's the buzz? Where's the hype? This is a guy who was supposed to be a freak athlete, a versatile tight end with blocking upside. Instead, we're getting crickets. Last year, he was underwhelming. The touchdown efficiency dropped, the athleticism didn't jump off the screen, and now he enters year 2 with no guaranteed money left on his deal. Translation? The leash is short, very short. Now let's compare the two. Schoonmaker is a better athlete on paper. No question, he's fluid, he's explosive, and you want to believe the upside is still there. Spanford, he's massive, 6'7", 270 pounds. That's offensive tackle size. And while his pass catching at Minnesota wasn't elite, he had day 2 draft potential before a disappointing senior year. The Cowboys took a chance on the upside, and guess what? It looks like it's paying off. The guy has a chip on his shoulder the size of Texas, and he's playing like it. But what's going to matter most in this battle isn't touchdowns, it's run blocking. According to PFF, yeah, I know, take it with a grain of salt. Schoonmaker didn't grade out very well as a blocker. He was put in tough spots, sure, but the expectation was he'd shine in those moments.